Now, what happened when you got back home then and started to find your feet a bit more? What was the next step for you?
Well, the next step was to how to cope.
Because you'd had this major surgery. Usually the surgery involves, such a change that sometimes appetite and eating ability is affected. Usually the weight then is an issue. Sometimes fatigue is a problem. There's multiple areas, pain, discomfort. What were the key areas for you in that recovery period?
The main thing of my recovery was how do I cope by myself.
Yes, because you were on your own at home, weren't you?
I am on my own. Now, as I said, I've got friends close by.
Yeah.
And but I am a very independent person.
Now, what did you need help with in that early stage?
The only help I needed was getting me from A to B.
Transportation.
Yeah, that was the main thing I wanted help with.
So you're saying in the house you could actually manage quite well
I
on your
could
own?
cope by myself.
Yeah. And did you have anybody coming in to check on you on a regular basis?
Yes.
Who was that?
That was Mina's.
Yes.
And the family next door lived there. They used to come.
Now, what did the surgeons say about the success of the operation? How good was it overall? How much did it achieve the objectives of taking away the cancer?
Talking to Mr. Ubai after the operation, and he says it was very successful, and the thing is now is getting you back to normal.
Definitely.
Which is going to take time.
I agree with that.
Don't think you can run before you can walk. He said, we've given you a stick, use it.
So you were previously very independent, living on your own, coping 100%. You had that major operation for the esophageal cancer, and then there was that challenge to get back on your feet. But you were managing in the home okay. You had that issue with transportation, stroke, mobility. Were there any other problem areas for you?
The problem area mainly was I can't sit down doing nothing. I have to be moving. I have to. I didn't want to become a cabbage sat there watching TV all day.
Yeah, you wanted to keep active. Now, what activities were you actually focusing on then?
Well, the main thing was getting myself fit.
How did you do that?
Walking.
Describe to the viewer that process of starting that activity from scratch after the operation.
Well, I came out of hospital in September the 12th, which was still nice weather, of course. And I used to set myself a distance that I could walk comfortable.
A distance from the house?
Yeah. And I used to say it's going round the block. I used to go up my street, along Highfield Street, down London Road, call at the paper shop, pick a paper or whatever, further down London Road, along the Saxby Street and back to my house.
Now that sounds quite a long walk.
It is a long walk.
Did you build up to that gradually?
I couldn't do it all in one go.
That's what I'm wondering.
I used to go up 7th Street, get to the top of the street, which is about, 80 metres, have a rest, have a look round,
break it into manageable chunks.
lean on my stick, do another 50 or so metres, nice and steady, no rush. It used to take me, the first time I did the walk, after coming out of hospital, which was a few days after, it took me an hour to get round this block. And then now it's a matter of 5-10 minutes.
Really?
Round it,
So you can do in 10 minutes?
I can do it 10 minutes now.
What previously took you an hour straight after the operation. That tells you a lot about the improvement you've made over time.
Yeah.
Now, over, as the months went by, did you feel you got back to 100% your previous self?
I'll never get back to 100%. I know that. I should say I'm around 75%, up to 80.
Is there anything you held back from doing that you were previously able to do?
No, because I'd tackle anything.
Yeah.
The only thing is time. I can still do the jobs I did, but it takes me longer.
Yeah.
If I do more than 2 or 3 hours a day, I'm tired.
No, that's quite a commitment.
I need.
What I'm hearing you say then is that even though you are not 100% the way you were, 75% you said, you're not really held back from doing things you want to do. You're still able to enjoy things
Oh
you
yeah,
want to do.
oh yeah. I enjoy a full life. I still work. I still do jobs.
So you got back to work as well afterwards?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. How was returning to work after that major
Well,
operation?
I've got a lot of friends. I've done a lot of jobs for people, and I'm a very honest person. I will not do anybody out of. They ask me their opinion, I'll give it. They ask me what they want, and I'll tell them what they can have. That's the type of person I am, and it works. I don't charge a lot of money because I know it takes me longer, but I can do a good, thorough job. Now I only do little bits now, change a lock or, fit a shower head or silly little things, change a tap and one thing or another. But the people still keep coming to me.
Yes, they still value you.
But they're now coming to me saying, can I recommend anybody? Which I can't.
Ah.
I cannot recommend anybody because I know that the people that I know will not give the same service as I can give.
I know what you mean. You were dedicated and you can't necessarily guarantee that of somebody else.
Yeah, that's right.